PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code Cajun, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and I'm not sure when I'm going to release this video, but it's going to be before the National because the video is about the cards that I'm bringing to the National. It's a tricky situation. It's going to be a funny, eclectic mix of low-end stuff that I am trying to move personally, and I'm going to bring, I just went to a local card shop here in town and bought one of those little Zion cases, but it's small enough to fit in my backpack, so I'm going to have some of these little cards in there that I'm bringing with me from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm flying out of New Orleans with some buddies of mine and getting up there early Wednesday. I am going to try to convert some of these small cards into Jordan, period, simple. And some of them are Jordan, but it's Jordan duplicates that I already have. So I'm going to show you those cards in hand here that are actually in my office that I'm bringing with me from New Orleans to Chicago. And then I am going to screen share 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 monsters, for lack of a better word, that are being pulled from, or have already been pulled from my PWCC vault, and they are being brought by the PWCC folks to the booth at the National. I will grab them from them on Wednesday and then walk the floor, and I've got various intentions with those monsters. So stay tuned till the end. We're going to show you the little stuff that I've got here in hand. I'm going to do my best to show it to you on the camera. I'm terrible at this, and then I'm going to show you the monsters. But that's kind of the plan. I want to, my goal for the National is, number one is to meet and greet, to see the people that I never get to see people sometimes I've never met. I mean, I've met so many friends in the last 365 days since Atlantic City that some of the people that I'm most looking forward to seeing are people I have never met in person. So I can't wait to do that. And then, of course, the people that I see once a year at the National. Sometimes I'll see people at Dallas because I go maybe once or twice a year there too, because that's about a 7-hour car ride from here. But so first and foremost is meet and greet. I've got a couple of dinners set up with some people, which is going to be really fun. A couple of events to go to. So those are always fun to look forward to. Obviously, walking the floor is awesome. And then my primary goal as far as cards go is to convert some of the cards I'm going to show you today into Jordans that I don't have. Bigger Jordans, kind of upgrade. And I'm not just looking for big Jordans. I'm looking for Jordans I don't have. You guys know me. So I go in the deep waters with the whales, and then I also swim in the shallow waters, in the crawfish ponds, as they would say here in Louisiana, in the very shallow waters with some Jordan PSA 8 stuff. So if I see some Jordan Refractor PSA 8s for a couple $100, and I can move some of these non-Jordans that I'm about to show you to get into those Jordans, man, that would be great with me, and I would consider it mission accomplished. And so let's get cranking. So the one thing I will tell you is, and I think this would help some of you guys, it might be a little tidbit. I'm not a card show expert, but I know this. The last thing a dealer wants is somebody like me to come up with 20 cards to their table and say, are you interested in any of these? And there's no numbers on any of them. I'm doing my pricing. I'm jumping in Card Ladder. I'm going to put a sticky note. I haven't done it yet because I wanted to show you the cards. I'm going to put a sticky note on every single one of these with a stick. Actually, I'm going to put a little sticker on the team bag on the outside. Always keep your cards in team bags. When you're carrying them around, you don't want them jostling. So put them in team bags, put a sticker on the team bag with a general idea of what your trade value is. I don't suggest putting an outrageous trade value on there because the dealer is going to say, doot, no thanks, and move along. If you've got a realistic number on some of these cards and they see something that they think they might be able to move for more, it's more likely to get a deal done and get a deal done quickly. Again, some of you guys have been doing this forever, know more about this than me, but just generally speaking, as a somebody who negotiates for a living, that's kind of my best advice is let's at least get to a logical starting point and don't put some arbitrary, ridiculous pie in the sky number on your cards. Otherwise, it's just going to bog down that dealer's table, and he wants to get deals done, right? Some people who set up at the shows, they want to make deals. They're there for commerce. They're not there to chit chat, although that is part of it. So let's get cranking. So first I'll show you a soccer card. Let me make sure I do this right. Paulo Dybala. I pulled this card myself, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, let me get this right. This is one of those mangas, so it's a case hit. It's a big time card. Paulo Dybala, young striker for for Argentina, right? Yeah, Argentina. Yeah. So 2022 Prism Qatar World Cup. A Jordan star card that I picked up from one of the Ballin' for Jesus, Trevor, one of the best viewers of the channel, one of my guys. He lives in Hammond, Louisiana, right down the road. We got a deal done. I collect these star cards in BGS 8.5, so this Jordan subset, 1986 subset BGS 9, will be on the move at the National. Another card from Trevor that I picked up in a personal deal where he drove here to Baton Rouge would be this Kobe Destiny. It is a second year, Kobe. It is a PSA 10 old label, but a Kobe Destiny insert. We've got a Steph Curry, same thing. Trevor, again, shout out Ballin' for Jesus, a great watcher of the channel. I don't know if y'all can see this. It's a 2009 Panini Prestige draft picks light blue, and this one, I don't have my reading glasses, is serial numbered 600 out of 999. So a decent little Steph rookie card here. Anytime you get a serial numbered Steph card, you're good to go. Prestige, not a huge product. Here's a card I picked up from the great Anthony Renato at Cards and Culture. He's a great local card shop owner here in town and a good friend of mine. This is the big boy. So if you're an Olajuwon collector, you know what this is. If you're a 90s collector, you know what this is. I was lucky enough to recently pick up the Jordan, but this is the 1 in 28,800 pack odds Ultra Stars Gold. It is embossed. It is beautiful. I think an 8 was a tough grade. I think it could be cracked and regraded to 9. Not many of these floating around. I will be very anxious to move this card at the National in exchange for some Jordan stuff. And then some really cool 2012 stuff. 2012 is first year Prism, as you guys know. The greens are more rare than the silver. Only the golds are more rare than the greens. The greens were retail only. This is the MVP. This is the MVP, right? Yeah, I'm upside down. Sorry. Steve Nash, yeah, the Prism MVP insert set, but the green Steve Nash, and it's a PSA 10. I haven't looked. I'm guessing it's a pop 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. It's going to be a super low number. You guys can check it. You guys can obviously see the cert number, although it's probably backwards. But that's a Nash green MVP insert. I've got the From Downtown KG. Came back a PSA 9. These are all cards that I bought raw and graded myself. Again, green, very rare, very low pop, very hard to find the green parallel from 2012 Prism. Another green, this is the Wilt, come back a 9 as well. So few 10s out there. So I've got the Nash 10, I've got the Wilt 9. I'll get both of those, hopefully move those for some Jordans. Another From Downtown, a green, and it's a color match, and this one's a beautiful card. If you're a Ray Allen collector, this is a nice card for you to pick up, the 2012 From Downtown green parallel PSA 9. Not a huge card here. This is the Topps Profiles. Michael Jordan. It is a PSA 9. I obviously have the 10. I have the 8. This one came back a 9. I graded it myself, and so I'll be looking to move this one. Of course, you got the Admiral down here in the bottom as well. So pretty cool little Jordan card right there. Not a huge card, but if I can move that card for a Jordan card that I don't have, even if it's a PSA 8, it's a win for me. I got a pair of these, so you guys know the story on these cards. These PSA 9 Shaq Anticipations came back. These are about 90 to 100 bucks each, so I was surprised. The PSA 10s over $200 recently in a recent PSA 10 sale. The 9s are about 90 to 100 bucks each, so I'll try to move one of these to a Shaq collector, or maybe these can be throw-in, right? Some of these cards can be throw-in cards on a much bigger deal. So if we're just not quite on the number, and maybe the dealer thinks that he's not getting a good enough deal, I can throw in some of these cards to get a deal done for a Jordan card that I really want, even if it means I need to push a little bit over what in trade value, what the Jordan card's worth. Here's a card that I actually pulled out of a pack. I don't know what I was doing. I was opening a 2022 Revolution box. I pulled a Tyrese Maxey rookie auto fractal serial numbered to 100. So a relatively big card here. Let me see. I'm going to show it to you. Hang on. It's a sticker. It's a sticker auto because I think everything was a sticker auto in the ultra modern world. But this is a sticker auto. Nope. This way. Sorry. There you go. Fractal, number to 100, autograph, Tyrese Maxey, rookie autograph. Just a cool looking card in my opinion. Very shiny, very Star Rubies-ish looking. Not that it's on that level, of course. He's actually one of my 2 picks for Most Improved Player of the Year. I think if we can get Harden out of the way, I think Tyrese Maxey is going to blow up. Blow in a good way, blow up. And then I got 2 of these. I think I had 8 or 9 of these at one point, all PSA 10s. These are actually on-card autos back when those existed. This is the 2017 Revolution on-card auto, De'Aaron Fox, both PSA 10s, same exact card. Not a parallel, just the base version, but relatively low pop cards right there. So I'll be looking to move those. On-card autos are kind of cool. And I'll probably need to put this with the others. I've already got the PSA 10, but this is the PSA 9, silver 2012 Prism MVP Moses Malone. I don't know if there's another set collector out there. Maybe if you're watching, you can find me at the National if you're trying to collect the set. This PSA 9 is gorgeous. I have a Dr. J that I might bring also, or I might put it in my PWCC vault as a placeholder because I don't think I have the Dr. J PSA 10. I'm trying to collect this set right here in PSA 10. So if anybody has 10s, I'm looking if I don't have it already. And if you're collecting, I've got a 9 for you. It's Moses Malone, 3-time MVP. And then lastly, a card that I thought I was going to make a great move on. I bought it as like a CSG 8.5 or something. I thought there was a chance it could grade PSA 8 or PSA 9, and I would just get value immediately on the crack and resub to PSA because nobody wants this card in a CSG. This is the true National Treasures. DeAndre Ayton, RPA. Of course, the Suns are primed, and a lot of people have them as heavy favorites to come out of the West and push to contend for a title with that big four they have with Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. So far, I have not named a point guard, and DeAndre Ayton. So we can call it a big four. You can call it a big three at Ayton, whatever you want. So those are the small cards that I'm bringing to the National. Now I'm going to screen share. And I'm not lying, these cards are relatively big. Now, not all of these cards are for sale or trade, okay? Some of these cards, and I'll denote which one's which, I am bringing to the National. And forgive me, I normally don't like to talk about value, but I can't pull it up without the value. It's got the value over here on the right. Now, again, this is not the exact value of the card. It's sort of kind of close, but usually it's a little bit low in my experience. So these are the insured values because PWCC, even when they hand deliver my cards from the vault in Oregon over to Chicago or Rosemont, they've got to insure it. And so now I know how much these cards are insured for. It's a little bit low, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. I don't suspect they'll lose these cards. If they do, we've got bigger issues. Boom, here we go. Okay, some monsters. Let's just go top to bottom in order. Well, let's not go in order. We're going to go a little out of order. The first one you can see, I've got it highlighted up here, is the 2013 Giannis Prism Autograph Blue. It's serial number to 99. It's a BGS 9.5 min gem. It's a very rare card. As you guys know, I do have a Giannis color Prism. I've just got Jordan fever, and it's just one of those deals where I'm running out of actual cold hard cash to spend, and so it's time to start churning and burning some of the collection and make some tough decisions and tough sacrifices. My favorite active player on my favorite NBA team, a very rare, beautiful rookie blue serial numbered autograph gem mint, tough to part with, but desperate times call for desperate measures, and I'm trying to push into that MJ hierarchy, baby. And then also along with it, an even more rare card, the red, same thing. A mixed gem with a 9 for centering, but it's got a 10 for edges. The red, this one's serial number to 49, only 49. So just, two super rare Giannis autos. Essentially what I've done is I've convinced myself, okay, I'm going to let the autographs go, and I'm only going to focus on the colored base, and so no autographs, because I'm not really an autograph collector, guys, to be quite honest with you. Which leads me to the next card. The Michael Jordan. This is his legendary signatures. Again, it's a 9.510 min gem. A lot of people have expressed interest in this card. There's going to be people that respond to this and message me, and I'll be on the airplane on the way up there. This card's going to National. Somebody wanted to make an offer, and I was like, man, I don't have it. I don't have the card. It's not in my vault. It's not at the National. It's not in my pocket. It's actually somehow flying through the air on the way there. It's probably on the way there right now. I don't collect Jordan autographs. I've told you guys all along I have 2 Jordan autograph cards, this one and then one other, which is a mirror gold serial number to 10 with Jordan patch auto on the front, LeBron patch auto on the back, which I'm not moving because it's one of the very few patch auto Jordans dual where it's front and back. There's just not that many of those out there, and it's a serial number to 10 version, and it's a big time card. So I'm going to hang on to that one, but I'm going to let this one go. And that will leave me with 1 Jordan autograph. But this Jordan will only be traded for Jordan. So it will be traded dollar for dollar. I think, PWCC has on here 12,000. I haven't looked in a long time. I'm going to go look, obviously, and we'll price it. But I thought it was more around 15 to 20,000, but I have to check on that. The Giannis's, they've got 22,000 for the red and 15,000 for the blue. I have no idea, man. That could be high, that could be low. I just have to go look. Those cards in that grade don't move very often. And then this is a card that I have no intention whatsoever of trading, and I will not leave it in Chicago. This card I am only bringing up there because I am going to try to cross this to a PSA 10. Yes, I know it's not like likely, but as Michael Scott and Wayne Gretzky both said, you miss every shot you don't take. So I am going to try to cross this BGS 9.5 LeBron over to a PSA 10, and it's probably going to be a swing and a miss, and I'll probably eat a few bucks on the way. And then I have 3 PMGs. 2 of them are for sale / trade. One of them is never for sale / trade. Cajun Eternity. We'll start with the Cajun Eternity. It's the big boy. It's the whale. It's my monster. It's my favorite card in my collection. It is the 1997 Metal Universe PMG Red Jordan. This is my BGS 8 copy. Like I said, I don't know what the card's worth. I think there's a PSA 4 at Golden right now, which is interesting timing because I think it's going to end either right at or during the National. Maybe it's after the National. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows more about it than me. But I've got the BGS 8, and it's right here. I am trying to cross this only if it crosses to a PSA 6.5 or higher. If it crossed to a PSA 6, I don't know what I would do. I don't know. I might do that. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I want it in a PSA label because red on red matters. I think red on red matters a little bit to me. The PSA guarantee matters to me. It really matters to, it probably matters more to most other collectors than it does to me. The color match label. If this was an Ultra Stars gold, I would want it in a BGS 9.5 gold label. But a BMG red just seems to look right in a PSA card. That's just me, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments if I'm a lunatic, but I will be handing this one over to Nat personally, so he can run it up there and see if maybe it'll cross over. I'd really like a 6.5. A 7 would be unlikely and just mind-blowing. Let's just put it that way. A 6 would be like hitting a single. A 6.5 would be like hitting a double. There's your baseball analogy, okay? So who knows? We'll see. I'll keep you posted. Now, obviously, I'm going to let you know either way on all of these cards whether they cross. Then I'm going to try to cross this as well. Either way, if I cross it to a PSA 7, I'm going to trade or sell it at the show. If it doesn't cross, then I'm going to leave it in the BGS 8, and I'm going to trade or sell it at the show. That card right there and this card right here, those 2 cards, one way or another, will be moved at the National. They will be traded. They will be sold. Those cards will turn into 1 or more Michael Jordan cards, no matter what. That is happening. The Giannis's, very likely that they will be turned into Michael Jordan cards that I don't have somewhere in Tier 2 or Tier 1 in the Michael Jordan Hierarchy Project. The cards that you've seen and some of the videos that you've watched, I'm trying to add a Tier 1, add a couple Tier 2s, maybe 2 or 3 Tier 2s, maybe 5 or 6 Tier 3s. I don't know. It just depends. I'm looking for probably Tier 2 and above for cards like these because all of these are big cards. Again, the only cards that are not for sale, that card will not be sold or traded. This card will not be sold or traded. That is my best Michael Jordan card. That is my best LeBron James card in my collection. Again, I don't have the highest crazy in collection. I don't have a PMG green. I don't have an Essential Credentials now. I don't have any of those. Well, I guess the PMG red's pretty damn high end, and I have the championship PMG. But like those cards matter to me. And like my LeBron collection, that is the foundation of my LeBron collection. You guys know I moved all those Topps Chrome, some for a profit and some for a massive loss. But they're out the door. And by the way, I feel a great deal of anxiety off my shoulders knowing that those cards continued to drop from the time that I sold all those Topps Chrome copies of the LeBron rookie card from 2003. But this black, I love it. And so I'm going to keep it. It's probably not going to cross. So the black 9.5 and the Jordan PMG red BGS 8 will probably not cross, and those will go right back to PSA. So no big deal. But I'm going to try to cross every single one of these cards except for the Kobe, which has already been crossed from a BGS authentic altered to a PSA authentic altered. So that card is already set. The other 6 cards I am going to try to cross over. I'll probably go over 6, but if I win on one of them, it's a great win. Some of them are going to be traded. Some of them are going to be kept. So that's it. That's my story. And that's what my plan is at the National. Like I said, you saw the little cards and then you saw some really big cards. And so that's kind of how I collect. Like I get really excited sometimes when I pick up a subset Jordan PSA 8 card that I don't have that's worth $29 because I got it for $16 less than the last comp. But at the same time, sometimes I fish in deep ponds with some of the big whales out there and I have to go toe to toe with the studs of the hobby and some of the bigger Jordan collectors in the world. And I've actually got something very, very, very big in the works right now that I hope really does work out. Trying to negotiate the purchase of a raw collection, an amazing raw collection from an amazing human being and a guy who I really like. We have a lot in common, and we're starting to get along really well. So hopefully it'll work out. I don't know. We'll see if we can come to terms on price. But if we don't, we don't. I met another collector in the hobby and a nice guy, and there's always a great story behind everything. Whether it happens or it doesn't happen, you guys will hear about it. So we're not going to talk numbers on that one, but I will definitely share the cards and the process if that collection does come into the purview of the Cajun cardboard collection, because I'll have about 500 raw Jordans to clean and grade. So that will make for incredible content in the month of August and September. If I can work that out, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's it, guys. 7 monsters, a bunch of little babies. If any of these cards interest any of you guys, message me now, but I can't promise you anything. Just track me down at the National. Do your best to track me down at the National, and maybe we can get a deal done. But I'm sure everybody's looking to get into Chicago and do the exact same thing, and that's what makes this fun. So I'm more excited than I've ever been to go to a card show in my entire life. So thank you guys for watching. As always, keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. And peace.